Hi everyone, I've been working on my prototype for the Kitty Cravings Controlinator, and the first step of doing that was to put together a little test, a little experiment with my electrical, my wiring, to see if my wiring design is going to work as I hoped it would. It's kind of crude right now, but again, just a prototype, just an experiment, and soon after this I will be working on the actual mechanical movement of the food tray moving in and out and the enclosures that will keep the cats in their right place. All right, so here is my super crude setup. I have over here on the left a 12-volt power supply with a packing peanut to keep the leads from shorting together. And you'll notice there's two wires coming from each of the positive and negative power supply leads. That's because there are two circuits here. One circuit going through this green wire up through this momentary switch is going to turn on and off this relay, which is just an electromagnet that trips another switch for the second circuit. So when all three of the cats come, they will be closing these three momentary switches. And as long as all three of these are closed, because they will be in series, it will power the relay, and that relay will then trip a double pull, double throw switch over here, which, depending on the state of these limit switches, which will be controlled by the position of the cat's food, it will power this motor. Now, when the cat's food comes to one side, it will close a limit switch, or sorry, it will open a switch, and until the cats get off of the momentary switch over here, it will remain closed. And that means it will have the food will be out where the cats can eat it. As soon as the cats, or one of the cats, leaves and this switch is opened, that will close the relay circuit. It will trip this double pull, double throw switch back to default, and default in this case will reverse the motor, causing the food tray to be pulled back in until it closes this other limit switch. So that is a really tricky thing to explain, and I'm no engineer, but better to just show you. So when I flip on my power supply, notice my motor is turning by default. That's because until it knows that let's call this as my cat food tray, until it knows that the cat food is pulled inside, it will not turn off. Now it knows the cat food is pulled inside, and cat food is not going to come out until this switch changes over here. So notice when I click this, it turns on my relay, and now my motor has reversed. And it will continue to do that either until the cat food tray comes into its full position, hitting that other limit switch, or until the cats get off of their switch plates. And at that point, if the tray is not all the way in, it will be pulled back in until it trips that limit switch. If it comes all the way out, because the cats have gotten back on, then the motor will be reversed until, don't have enough hands here, until the tray has hit the other limit switch. So forward and reverse until a limit switch has been tripped. And that is going to be much easier to understand a little later when I have my actual cat food tray and sliding back and forth on its slides. So that's all for now.